Hello and welcome to Yoga, presented by Pang, Carly, Teresa, and Dulce, and a special thanks to Cassie Reynolds for making this video possible. We will be showing you how the muscles work doing a yoga exercise, and how you can better your health by performing some of these steps every day. Now, let's get started with child's pose. Sit on the back of your legs as comfortable as possible and gradually slide down until your head touches the ground. The purpose of this pose is to stretch your bicep femoris and gastrocnemius. You should be feeling a gentle stretch in your back, also known as your latissimus dorsi. If you feel that placing your head down on the ground is too much pressure on your latissimus dorsi, then feel free to place your head on your forearms. Can you feel how comfortable this stretch is? This pose should be very calming and allow you to relax and center your mind. If at any time throughout our video you feel too much pressure and your heart is getting too worked up, you may come back into child's pose and breathe in a slow rhythm. This stretch allows you to relax your cardiac muscles and brings them back into a comfortable rhythm. Remember, yoga is all about getting back in touch with your body and realizing what your body needs. It's a great thing to remember as a Cal student working on all those hectic projects. Slide back up and sit back on your legs. This is also known as hero's pose. Now, you may stand up and bring your hands together and place them at your heart. This is universally known as mountain pose, which we will be performing multiple times throughout our video. Now let's introduce our lovely instructors. Here we have Dulce, who will be performing more advanced moves for those of you who wish to have more of a stretch. Teresa here will be doing a normal yoga pace, which many of you will be at her level. And then Pang here will be performing a modified version of the workout if any of you feel these positions are too much of your body. From mountain pose, we will now go into tree pose. Lift your right leg up and gently place your foot near the inner bicep femoris, also known as the thigh. If you feel you do not have enough balance, then you may rest your foot near the ankle like Pang. Raise your arms up into the air and stretch real well. If properly done, you should be feeling a stretch in the backs of your arms, aka your triceps, and a pleasant burn on your gastrocnemius, aka the main muscle of the calf. Now come back in a mountain pose and switch legs. You should be feeling the ball and socket joint located at the hips really stretching and moving during this position. While raising your arms in the air, doesn't that extension in your triceps feel terrific? If you feel unstable, you may bring your arms near your heart and rest. Now, come back into mountain pose. Excellent! So now we will become the warriors and perform warrior pose. In warrior pose, we will stretch our arms straight and bend our knees in a 90-degree hinge. This, we are showing our abductors of the thigh, the gastrocnemius, the biceps bronchi, and our hands now become extenders. Origin insertion of this is based at the shoulder and the arms. The origin is near the shoulder, while the hands have now become insertions. Now breathe. And now we will switch sides, since everything in yoga needs to be balanced. And stretch your leg. The arm should be straight, and as well as the back leg. We should also have a 90-degree near the thigh, since the knee is now a hinge. Come back in, stand straight, and come into mountain pose. So, we are now going to go into downward dog. And from that pose, we are going to bring our knees down and abduct our hands away from our inner core. And abduct our hips from the ground to the ceiling. This position works the biceps, the triceps, the soles, the latissimus dorsi, and the branchioles. Sorry for mispronunciation. You see that her legs are straight as her arms, and her core is lifted to the ceiling, and her legs are straight, and her heels are on the ground. That's for the more advanced. If you're not feeling that advanced, you may raise your heels up as Teresa is, Or as Peng, who is modified, you may bend your knees at a 90-degree hinge and leave your ankles raised. Remember to breathe in and out, getting that cardiac muscle pumping, but not too much. And now we are going to come back down on our knees into hero pose. So now we're going to come up into mountain position. And from here we are going to go into triangle pose. And step to the right, put your feet towards the right, and bend your knee if you don't feel comfortable enough with keeping it straight. And extend your hands and go down until you can touch the ground if you feel advanced enough. If you don't, you can place your hand on your shin as Peng is, and you keep a straight hand, having origin be your shoulders and the insertion be your forearm. And from here, you're abducting your hand away from the inner core. And this really working out your triceps and your biceps and your rectus abdominis, definitely, and the abductors of the thigh and the gastrocnemius. Sorry about that. Some wrong pronunciations. So, what she is doing here is definitely those smooth muscles are getting a workout. Come up, and you'll bring your hands to your sides and come back into hero. And then you'll switch sides, since everything in yoga has to be balanced, and you'll go down and stretch and abduct the hand away from the inner core, leaving the knee at a 90-degree if you don't feel like you can fully stretch it. And if actually you want more of a stretch, you can raise your head up and look at your hand towards the sky, and that gives you more of a stretch in your neck.
There's no one beside you when you're so far, and I'll follow you.
Definitely, another place you should really be feeling the stretch is in your abdomen, and now you'll come up and come back in. So now we're going to go into a cobra, and we're going to go down on our knees, extend our hands away from our body, and we're going to just put this position and place our hands strongly down onto the ground. And if you feel like you're more advanced, you may look up, and if you need some modification, you can place your elbows down on the ground. This definitely you will feel in your biceps and your triceps a lot, and even you'll feel it in your sternum mastoid and your rectus abdominis. So now what we will be doing is we'll be going from hero's pose into a bow pose. And bow pose is a little bit more advanced. So if you don't feel like you're comfortable with this, you can follow Peng and do the modified version, and we're just going to give you a side view of what this looks like. So what you'll do is you'll walk your hands and abduct them away from your body along with your feet, and what you're going to want to do is reach and grab for your ankles and pull up. Now, if you can't pull up as much, you can definitely lay more on your upper chest. This really works your rectus abdominis and your sternum mastoid, and you're going to really feel it in that over anything. And it's definitely going to get your cardiac muscle moving a little bit more. And they actually have 2 points of insertion and origin in this. We have the shoulder, which is a definite origin, and the hands become insertion, and the hip ball and socket become an origin, and the knees are an insertion. So you can now go down and relax since you have that done. So we'll be going into a plank now. And basically what plank is you're going to go from standing and lay down and push yourself up off your arms. This really works your biceps and triceps and your rectus abdominis and your sternum mastoid, and you can definitely feel it in that. And you'll hold it, and then you'll come back down. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into a shoulder stand, and basically, this is more of the advanced pose, so if you're not ready for it, then you'll want to follow Peng and what she does. And right now we're in hero, and they're just going to do a side view of what this looks like. So you will extend your legs out away from your body, and then you will lay down onto your back and throw your legs up, I guess, behind you. And you can grab them if you don't feel comfortable with this or want to modify. And you will hold onto them just right below the gluteus maximus, so your body weight is being somewhat supported. And if you have arthritis or in the neck or in the back, I would recommend that you don't do this pose and that you do the modified version and just hug your legs to the body or lay them on the ground. This position works the deltoid muscles, which is supporting most of your weight, and which is your shoulder muscles. You're also working your pectoralis majors, which are the muscles of your chest and your biceps, along with your front forearms and your trapezius. So now you will come down gently and slowly and extend your legs away from your body, come up, turn around, and come into hero position. So now we will go into a plow position, and what you will do is you will lay on your back and you will take your legs and push them all the way back until you touch the ground. This really works your hamstrings and your latissimus dorsi and, believe it or not, your triceps. And you're definitely abducting your legs away from the midline of your body and bringing them towards your chest. And if you can't do this, just feel free to bend your legs and go as far back as you can. Also, if you happen to have a herniated disc, which can definitely cause some problems on this, feel free to just go into child's pose. And basically, what a herniated disc is it's a slip disc, and it's caused by abrupt movement, and you'll feel severe pain. And yeah, so now you'll come down very slowly, and you will go into mountain pose. And now we will go up, and we are doing the sun salutation, which is just a combination of everything we've already learned. We will go down and extend our right leg into a lunge, and really feel that stretch, and then go into plank. And then we'll lay down, and you should be really feeling like a cobra right now. Oh, we're going to cobra. And look up. You should be feeling it in your abdomen. And we go back down into downward dog with our head placing towards the ground. And we lunge up with our other leg. And now we're going to stand up and extend all the way back as far as our dorsius backs will allow, and then we will come up. And now we will be ending our session back where we originated in child's pose. So I hoped you had fun working with us today and getting to know your body better. And we are going to take some deep breaths, clear our minds, relax, come up, and namaste.
Full of ballers and they pockets full gold. And now you fellas leave your girl with her friends, 'cause it's 11:30.